See this video, for those of now we don't know the meaning of court marriage. Those of now we say they don't know the meaning of court marriage. When people do court marriage, you don't know the meaning of court marriage and traditional marriage. Listen to this video. May lawyer don't come outside address people. If you don't know the meaning of court, when somebody do court marriage, did you think that court marriage is a joke? Did you think that court marriage na traditional marriage or na church marriage? Court marriage is very big different. Very big different. Listen to this video.
Lack of knowledge or lack of adequate information on how the marriage law works. I have tried to explain that, and I think it has to do with the fact that for many people, they understand marriage from very different angles. For instance, some understand marriage from the natural perspective of the attraction of the opposites, man and woman coming together, forming a union, and that biological necessity of man and woman living together. Some people understand it that way, and they focus on what it will take them to be a good partner, to satisfy the needs of the other person, to keep the opposite partner happy or pleasant in a sustained manner in a relationship, in a marriage. Some understand marriage from the biblical account, from their religious understanding of man and woman. For Christians, people see it from the position of the Bible, and they try to explain marriage in the context of what God put together. They believe it is God driving their marriage, and that is the God force that determines the marriage, and they approach it from the biblical account. And yet, there is a third angle from which some of us must see marriages, and that is the angle of the law. What do you think created marriage? I'm sure many of you, if I ask you what created marriage, you will go to your religious beliefs. But the fact is that marriage is created by law. It is the law that establishes marriage. It is the law that determines who can marry who, the conditions and circumstances under which you could marry. It is the law that determines what marriage is valid and what marriage is not valid. It is the law that determines the consequences of a valid marriage and the consequences of void marriage, or voidable marriage. So, many people are bound to misunderstand marriage. Highly intelligent people, highly mature people, you would think these are knowledgeable people, but they still don't understand what marriage is about. I realized this because the basic post I made yesterday, or maybe earlier this morning, in which I tried to explain that polygamy, even though I'm around in Nigeria, is not an absolute thing. It's not an absolute permission for every husband to go and get a second wife. Indeed, only certain men who qualify for a second wife can have a second wife. And this is done by the choice of marriage type you make at the beginning. The first time you get married, you have a decision to make. You have a choice. And the choice could be to marry under the customs or to marry under the statute. That is under the Marriage Act. There is a consequence, a fundamental consequence to that choice when you make it. Okay, I'll give you an example. Two brothers, brother A and brother B, they both want to marry. Brother A marries under the customs. Did not marry under the act. He marries under the customs. And brother B marries under the act. Because both of them are married, both of them are living with their wives, and everything seems okay. But these two men stand in different positions before the law. Brother A, who married under the customs, may want to have a second wife. If he decides to do so, it is between him and his wife. The law allows him to do so because he married under the customs. However, brother B, who married under the act, cannot have a second wife. It's against the law for him to have a second wife. And if we interpret our law strictly, it's actually an offense for which he could go to jail. He can't have a second wife. That is what many people don't know. So brother B may look at his brother A and say, come on, my brother could have a second, third wife. Why can't I have a second wife? And he begins to put his customs and his traditions, and he begins to put his forefathers. Oh, our forefathers married so many people, I can now marry. They will even quote the Bible that Solomon married so many wives. All those things you do or quote are wrong. It is an offense. It is not allowed by law. second wife if your first marriage was done under the Marriage Act. So it's a choice. You gotta make that choice, and once you make that choice, you stick to it. You cannot change course midway. Absolutely. Because people will say, hey, I chose to be monogamous, to have one wife before, but I now change my mind. I want to have a second wife. It's not true. It's not true. You have to stick to whatever option you maintain at the first, at the beginning. It doesn't mean that when you marry under the Act, you cannot divorce. You can divorce, you can dissolve that marriage and marry someone else. What the Act says is that you can't marry both of them at the same time. You can't have two wives.
Guys, now listen. So people marry different ways. The people marry different ways. Person wey marry through court of law, and person wey marry through tradition, when you not do court marriage, not be the same. When you do court marriage, you are not allowed to marry second wife. When you marry in court, you are not allowed to marry second wife. It's an offense. Male lawyer is talking. It's an offense. So that is why their matter will ever remain on ground, because now strong case, my country people. Please follow this video, follow this my page if you never follow for more updates, guys. Bye bye for now. Bye.